Hey, good morning. Christine Regan Lake here. Welcome back to The Art of a Life Well Lived. And I am back for another What Are Your Blockages reading. As always, these are timeless readings. So whenever the message finds you, there may be a nugget of truth in it for you or not. If it doesn't resonate with you, the message isn't for you. So there you go. So let's just jump in, get down to business and share the thoughts that came through on the reading today. And if you like the video and you find value, I'd love it if you could like, share, or subscribe to my channel so I can get these messages out to whoever needs to hear them. Okay, so today, the very first message that came out was generational curses are impacting your heart healing, toxic beliefs around unhealthy relationships. So generational curses, what generational curses really are, they can be essentially they're beliefs that are locked into the family's lineage that keep recreating generation after generation the same types of situations. So you could have a generational curse in your family around adultery, or there could be generational curses in a family regarding domestic abuse. So it's really just, it's different for each family, it's different for each situation, but generally just speaking, generational curses are something that continue from generation to generation to generation. Those beliefs and those patterns are locked into the body's nervous system, they're stored in the cellular memory, and it's time to clear it. So if you are having challenges in your heart healing, in your interpersonal relationships, it's generational curses is definitely could be impacting it. And it was reinforced by that because the very next card was familial interference may be causing blockages in your healing. So it's really about clearing your family's lineage. There is a great video by Steve Noble, Nobel. I've been listening to his meditations and transmissions and downloads for years. He's got one called a bloodline clearing meditation, and it clears your family's generational trauma and imprinting and curses and all of that stuff back 7 generations on both your mother and father side of the family. So again, that's Steve Noble, Nobel, and it's called a familial bloodline clearing. Okay. So when I asked for more clarity with regard to the generational curses, part of also what came up was dependent and incompetent. I can't do it myself. I need a partner to take care of me. I need to be taken care of. So for whatever reason, something in your family's generational past, their lineage, has given you an imprint that makes you believe that you are incompetent and that you can't do things on your own and that you are generally speaking, you are dependent. You need someone else to take care of you. That is that's an imprint. That's something you need to clear from your cellular memory because you're a sovereign being. You get to decide, what you want for your life, and you, as an adult, you should be standing on your own 2 feet and being independent and living your life by your values, your virtues, and things like that. And the next card that came up was authenticity. You are not living your authentic life. So again, if you're feeling dependent and you have family members that you're reliant upon, you're dependent upon, they may be influencing you in ways that is causing you to be inauthentic, or you're just being inauthentic in the sense that because you've got this erroneous belief, you're being dependent, you're not standing on your own 2 feet, you're not owning your power in your health, your life, your career, your finances, your love life, whatever. So it's all about learning how to be authentic. Authenticity is what your soul craves at the deepest level. Is authenticity. The soul doesn't care about third parties. It doesn't care about, the ego. The soul wants authentic expression, and when we suppress our authentic essence, our soul, becomes very sad and it's very heavy because it wants authenticity. That's all the soul cares about. And the next one that came up supports that. Adventure. Your soul seeks a new adventure to rejuvenate itself. It is bored and stagnant. So your soul is bored and stagnant because you are living an inauthentic life and you are not standing on your own 2 feet, being independent, making your own decisions for what you want for your life, and moving forward with that. So to further support this message, the next card that came up was endings and beginnings, right? So there it is, endings and beginnings, Kali. So now is the time, your soul is saying now is the time for you to end this cycle of generational curses that is keeping you from having the love that you want, the life that you want, the health that you want, the money that you want, whatever it is, whatever category of your life you're being inauthentic and being codependent and not standing on your own 2 feet, living your life by your values. So now is the time. And so it's up to you whether you're going to decide to make those changes, end those cycles, and start a new life. You are being encouraged to take a leap of faith, to follow your authentic path, to follow your heart, to do your healing, to do the work that is required for you to let go of those generational curses, those negative imprintings that are keeping you from living your authentic life. And your soul is asking, it wants peace. Peace in your soul. It wants peace. And when you live an authentic life, when you are joyfully taking on new adventures that excite your soul, that is when your soul will find peace. Because when you are not being authentic, your soul is not at peace. Okay, so the next series of cards that I pulled on was about your health. So if there may be any health issues. Now again, these readings are always like, you know, there's a lot of information in it. So there might be pieces of this message that are important to you and not to someone else. It could be the whole message for someone or whatever, but just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But now we're moving into very specifically health challenges that someone might be having. The first card that came up was vaccines could be causing your current issue. So if someone is struggling right now with a health challenge, it could be influenced by a vaccine that you've had. And the 2 things that could be impacted from that could be sexual dysfunction, erectile dysfunction or orgasms, or blood disorders. So I don't know. I don't know who that's for. Vaccines could be causing your issue, sexual dysfunction, and blood disorders. So if you have had any kind of vaccine injury, things that are negatively influencing your health because of a vaccine, you definitely want to embrace probiotics. You want to strengthen your immune system. You want to do detoxes. Vaccines tend to have a lot of heavy metals. So you might want to do, I believe chlorella is good for removing heavy metals, as well as sodium bicarbonate. So you can drink a water and baking soda mixture to help to detox heavy metals from the body. So you would do that by doing like half a cup of water, 4 ounces of water, and you mix in half a teaspoon of just baking soda. And you do that 3 times a day. Definitely not more than 3 times a day, because you don't want to over alkalize the body. Baking soda will help to alkalize your body and thereby help. You know, all disease thrives in an acid environment. So if you can alkalize your body with the baking soda water, that will help you do that. And so again, it's 4 ounces of water with half a teaspoon of baking soda 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. Okay, so moving forward, so you are being asked to focus and hard work, and your body is asking you for a healthier lifestyle. So whatever your situation has been, whether you're going through a challenge because of a vaccine injury or just because you're not living an authentic life, when we don't live an authentic life, we tend to seek escape, and we can seek escape through, you know, shopping, gambling, overeating, overdrinking, you know, whatever it is. So your body right now is asking you, it's very clearly asking you to embrace a healthier lifestyle. It's tired of these old cycles. Again, it's time to end the past cycle of dysfunction, the past cycles of living an inauthentic life. It's time to take a leap of faith and embrace a life that is going to give you peace in your soul and adventure, right? The soul wants to take that adventure. It wants to seek a new adventure because it is bored and stagnant. Not only is your body bored and stagnant, but your soul is bored and stagnant, but your physical body's bored and stagnant, right? It wants that healthier lifestyle. It wants you out there moving. out in the fresh air, moving your body, getting your heart rate up, breathing in nature, soothing your sympathetic nervous system, getting in tune with the circadian rhythms, going to bed earlier. The hours before midnight at night to sleep are some of the most valuable for healing and rejuvenating the body, so you might want to get to bed earlier, things like that. So when I asked for further clarification on the health relationships, in terms of your health issues, the first card that came up was the relationship card, and this talks about your primary relationship is between you and your creator. So part of what this journey means for you in terms of clearing this generational trauma, the imprinting in your cellular memory, you want to start with God. You want to open up your crown chakra. This was the next card that came up. You want to open up your crown chakra right here. You're going to open up your connection to the divine, and you're going to start listening to the messages that come through in terms of how to move forward in a way that is deeply aligned with who you are as a spiritual being, that is your most authentic self, right? So the next thing that came up was trustworthy guidance. So when you open up your crown chakra and you're connecting with God, you want to be able to trust the guidance that you're being given from God, your creator, your higher self, whatever you believe in, and you want to follow that guidance. You want to listen to it. Don't get bogged down by fear or the projections of other people around you. There are people around you who may have opinions about how you should and shouldn't live your life, the things whatever that might be, whether it's regarding your money and career and finances, between your health, regarding your love relationship, whatever. But it is so important for you, if you're going to live an authentic life, to learn to trust the guidance that you get from both your higher self, what you know that you need to be true, and whatever guidance you may feel you get from God, source, creator, however you see that interpret your creator to be for you. So you want to learn to trust that advice. The next thing you want to do is you want to do energy work. So you want to clear your energy body, right? You have a physical body, you have an emotional body, you have a spiritual body, your etheric body, your aura. You want to cleanse and purify your energy body. I would encourage you to do a full body chakra cleanse, and to really start focusing on energetic hygiene. How good are you at maintaining energetic hygiene? How good are you at creating an energetic, boundary around yourself so that you don't allow other people's energy to seep into you and influence you in negative ways that you may or may not be aware of? So something to think about there. So those were the key messages that came through for today. The signs that came up that were relevant for this reading, this could be either you or someone you're dealing with. If any of this, it wasn't really about a third party today or a second, another person today. It was really more about an individual. But Libra, Pisces, and Sagittarius. So again, the signs that came up were Libra, Pisces, and Sagittarius. And the numbers that came up were, when I rolled the dice, were 4, 12, 10, and 7. So a Libra, Sagittarius, or Pisces with the numbers 4, 12, 10, or 7. Those could be important dates. They could be birth dates. They could be any of that. So that's my message for today. I hope you found value. Like I said, for me, I know years ago, when I went through Tony Robbins' program, Date with Destiny, we had to redefine our values at that moment. And my number one, like in terms of the hierarchy, the first value that I listed was that it was so important for me to be authentic, right? And so I knew back then, and I still know now, that life is about being authentic. Life is short. Your soul is a unique, beautiful being that has its own unique expression that no other human being on this earth has. And so your soul seeks authentic expression. And I hope that you find the courage and the strength to face whatever demons or darkness exists within your family lineage, to release those generational curses that are influencing your life, keeping you from living your most authentic life. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.